work for you. Why? There is a call of God upon seed is to accept this thing. To stand in this space. To preach this gospel. To pastor this church. That's why my concern is not about mega church. My concern is about obedience to that, because I know, can I tell you something? I know that my wealth, my quality of life, my comfort is not going to come from offerings and tithes. It's going to come from somewhere, but that somewhere will not be guaranteed if I'm not here. That's me. Now, that's not the way it is for everybody. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. So the more I get deep into this, the more the doors open on the other side. So people are confused now. Say, pastor, say an engineer, which one is he? Yeah, who is he? Somebody was telling me today, when they were reading your citation, they said you have a degree in theology. I said, hey, no wonder. It's now beginning to make sense. That's me. I don't know you. We have to find you. But whatever that you is, I'm putting it to you tonight the way lawyers will say. I'm putting it to you that you cannot succeed outside of God. You better quickly agree with him like Job said. Acquaint yourself now with God and be at peace. Therefore good will come to you. Because many times God is preparing us for what he has prepared for us. He's preparing us for what he has prepared for us. Or what is preparing for us. Eyes have not seen the things that God has prepared for his people. And it's unlike God to give prepared things to unprepared people. That was why I told Israel, I will not take you through the shorter route. Because where you are going is a land that flows with milk and honey. There is a kind of people that can survive there. There's a kind of people that can dwell there. If not, when you get there, when you eat, when you are fat, when you become big, when you become fulfilled, when everything you have ever dreamt about become a reality in your hand, you will kick your God. Right? Are you guys there? Some of you, if God should answer your prayer today and give you what you are asking for, we will not see you again in this church. Suddenly this church will become too small for you. I can't be coming to that place. And I'm climbing to see the place, chocolate like that. Even my bodyguard alone cannot enter into that place. Because now when you are coming, they are chasing people from the road. Meanwhile, if there is nobody on the road, you will not go. You will turn back. You won't continue the journey. If you come out of your house and the whole road is clear and there's nobody, you will not continue the journey. That's a kind. And I've seen that. I've seen great men bow and drop their crown at the feet of Jesus. When you look at Revelation, that's what we read in Revelation. People do it in real life, in real time. In Revelation, it says the elders cannot even wear their crown. They put it down. They earn, everyone said they earn. They earn those crowns, but when they stand before God, God will not be crowned and they too will be crowned. They cast it. And there are men in this world, unless you are told, you can never tell how much they are worth. The way they serve, the way they follow, the way they treat their pastor, the way they treat their HODs. If you are not told, some of them wear yellow fever on Sunday to park cars. And they are executive directors of banks. Some of them stand at the road to welcome people to church. And they are DSS directors. Somebody just get promotion as 2-star, that's all. He's gone. I'll not find him again. It's gone. You should land a brief today that gives you £1 billion. Will your tone change when I call you on phone? Hello, Pastor. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you, PD? I did not see you. Fortunately for you, your pastor knows said he has not even finished calling those who want him to call. Telling you the truth. Number 5. Fulfillment should produce worship. Fulfillment should produce worship. Verse 4 says, then Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God had commanded him. What's going on here? Abraham obeyed and Isaac was circumcised. The family acknowledged God's faithfulness. Fulfillment is not the end of faith. Fulfillment is not the end of prayer. Fulfillment is not the end of fasting. Fulfillment is not the end of studying. Whatever you do that deliver the promise must be done to keep the promise. You can't get it and run away. You will. Fulfillment is another opportunity for worship, altar of gratitude. The more God lifts you, the deeper should be your humility. I hope you know there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is deep-seated. It's within. It's the assurance of the grace and the mercy of God. Arrogance is the thought that have arrived. The day you begin to think that you are better than somebody, the day you begin to think you deserve what you have, arrogance has set in. Even if it is in the virtues. What do I mean? The day you think you have what you have because you are holy, because you pray, because you study, that's arrogance. Because no man can receive anything unless it's given to him from above. What do you have that you have not received? Don't look down on people. Don't get carried away with position and title. You are appointed the head of a team now. The rest of the team are not subservient. You are not the smartest person in that group. Grace and mercy have just lifted you. Have it in mind. Have it at the back of your mind every time. That fulfillment should produce worship. Lastly, on that note, God's promises are bigger than the promise itself. What does that mean? Isaac was not merely a child. Isaac represented covenant. Isaac represented destiny. Isaac represented God's redemptive plan, as I explained to you. So sometimes we focus on the gift, while God focuses on the purpose behind the gift. God's concern, God's interest, most times, is not what is given to you. It's why he's giving it to you. Because for everything God gives, there is a why. And if you cannot see beyond the gift or the why, you will misuse the gift. It is the why of the gift that will keep people perpetually submissive to the one who gave you the gift. Your understanding. Have you ever paused and asked yourself, why is it that things work in my life? Why are things working for me? Why does little effort for me produce so much huge outcome? Abi? Why do I find myself not struggling with what others struggle with? Why? Why am I the youngest person in this class? Abi? Are you guys here? Yes, sir. Why? Why? Why did I have first class in physics? Physics, oh. First class. Is it because I'm that brilliant? Why? Why? Because every gift of God, there is a why of God behind it. There is a purpose, there is a reason. So God's focus is not just on the gift, it's on the why, the purpose of the gift. And it is those who the purpose of the gift. And it is those who understand that purpose that we use the gift in a way that we honor God. Why is God blessing me? Why is it now suddenly it's as if Suddenly now, it's as if everybody now knows what I've been doing for years. The same trade, the same business that you have been doing for years. Why is it now that suddenly everybody is now looking for you as you are doing? People are now saying, how long have you been doing this? I've always been doing this. Really? I just heard of you last year. I just heard of you 2 years ago. Why? Why? Why is it that you sit in a meeting? That's what I was thinking about this evening. And you have people who are retired directors. Someone was in that meeting who I met as a copper. It was my Oga when I was a copper. You don't understand that? When I was a copper, he was the chief engineer as I was a copper. When now, life now happened that we sit at the same table discussing. And then you say something, and everybody will say, oh, okay, that's true. And that's how we're going to do it. And then you say something, there's something to say here, he has finished everything. So that's how why? You want to think it's because you are smart? Why? Please keep asking yourself, why? Every time a blessing comes your way, why? What's the purpose? Why is God doing this to me? Why is he opening this door? Why is he giving this opportunity? Why am I here at a time like this? Why am I hearing this message now? Why? God's promises are rarely about us alone. They are about what he intends to accomplish through us. So whatever God is giving to you, it's not just about you. It's about what he wants to accomplish through you. When God makes your life more comfortable, it's not just for you to throw punches. It's about what he wants to accomplish through your life. When God eases things around you, that there are things that you can now do more conveniently than before. It's not just about you. It's about what he wants to do. How many of you remember our Bible reading? When Israel was leaving Egypt, and God said, I'm going to grant you favor. Go and ask Egyptians. Whatever you ask them, they will give you. Make sure you ask them articles of gold. Abi, when they were going, the Bible said they plundered Egypt. And then they got to wilderness. And God said, bring offering to me. Because I want to make a tabernacle to dwell amongst you. That means when God was granting that favor, he had that tabernacle in mind. So the element of gold, of silver, of bronze, of linen, where did they get purple? Where did they get linen? In the wilderness? No, they got it by the favor of God from Egypt. And when God was giving them, he has his own agenda in mind. But you know the beauty of it? I don't know if you remember the story, the beauty of it. And they started giving, and they started giving, and God said it is enough. Keep what you have. You can't outgive God. You can't give God and be broke. God said, it's okay. Look at when they started entering the promised land. The first city they took was Jericho. And God said, everything in Jericho belongs to me. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Why? Is it that God wants to wear clothes? What did he ask them to do with it? Burn it. So you want to ask question, which is the question that boy asked? The boy that took the clothes. How does burning this clothes, how does it help God? You didn't understand that. God didn't say bring it to the sanctuary. If he said we should bring it to the sanctuary, we will understand. Maybe he wants to use it tomorrow. But God said burn it. He told Saul, kill everything. So the question, the logical question for smart people is, how does burning this thing you ask us to burn, how does burning it, how does it make you feel good? If you ask me to bring it to church, I will bring it. Now you say I should burn it, that means you don't need it. Do you understand that? So let me keep it for you. And Bible says, saw that beautiful, kept it. And God said, the next city, he told them, take everything. Take everything. Take everything. I want to test your heart with this one, to see how much I'm going to release to you. For some of you, what God has given you is just the tip of the iceberg of what he wants to give. But now you have become a big man. That small thing now, nobody can talk to you again. And God said, hey, really? If we bring this guy to where we are going, that's what happened. That's what happened. So God's blessings are really about us. They're about what he wants to accomplish through us. So what's this milestone teaching us today? The Abraham story that we've learned out today is teaching us that waiting is difficult and delay is painful. But faith will be tested, but that ultimately God keeps his word. Not eventually, not approximately, not partially, but faithfully. For some of us now, we are living between Genesis chapter 12 and Genesis chapter 21. That's where we are. You know what that means. That's the season of waiting. We have received the promise. We have heard his voice. We are praying. We are fasting. We are declaring. And it's as if nothing is happening. If God made a promise, don't measure its certainty by your circumstances. Measure the certainty of the promise of God by the character of God, the one who promised. And God is not a man that he will lie. The lesson of Isaac's birth is a very simple lesson. And what is that lesson? God keeps his word. He may not come according to our schedule, but he never abandons his promise. Never. He never. We thank you, Father. On my feet by the side of the road, hear you speak, won't let go. As I lift my hands in prayer, God, I've risen to be here again. Father's love draws me in. All I want is a glimpse of you. All I need is you. All I need is you, Lord. Is you, Lord. All I need is you. All I need is you. All I need is you, Lord. Is you, Lord. One more day and it's my desert. The Spirit's gone. Heart to sing over me, oh Lord.